Hello Assetto Corsa fans and soon to be Assetto Corsa fans, and welcome to this exclusive 2021 Assetto Corsa showcase. Over the next 30 minutes we're going to be taking you through what we've got planned for the next 6 months, and let me tell you, you're in for a real treat. We've got some exclusive news, some in-depth interviews, including one with esports and racing driver legend James Baldwin, as well as the first ever look at Assetto Corsa Mobile. And we've got a bootload of other content for you as well. So get your helmets on, your seatbelts fastened, and get ready for what's to come. Let's just pull up the handbrake and have a moment to take in what we all just saw. That's right, folks. Assetto Corsa Competizione is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S on the 24th of Feb 2022. Later on in the show, you're going to be seeing some gameplay on the PlayStation 5 with this lovely Fanatec rig with James Baldwin behind the wheel. And let me tell you guys, the people at Untold have worked closely with Kunos to really push the boundaries of the next-gen console. The game looks, sounds, and feels incredible. But first, let me steer you over to our lovely interview area, where it's an absolute honour and privilege to introduce the executive manager and co-founder of Kunos, Mr. Marco Massarutto. Marco has kindly flown over from Italy to take part in this interview, made up entirely of questions sent in by you guys. Marco, welcome.
Thank you very much. All good, thank you.
Excellent. We've got so many questions to get into, so if you don't mind, I'm going to crack straight onto the questions.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. So the first question has been sent in via Twitter from Carl Conley59. Will there be any future DLC for ACC?
Well, we are negotiating with SRO for the renewal of our agreement with Assetto Corsa Competizione, so we have a plan also to integrate the game with new content and features in the future.
Excellent, I'm sure we'll be very happy with that. So we've got another question here from Twitter from @Andrew Lukenbach. I'd like to know when the next gen version will be available, and if I'll need to buy another version of the game or if it would just be an upgrade fee.
Well, the good news is that the game is already available for pre-order and will be launched on the February 24th next year. And the other good news is that all the owners of the game on PS4 and Xbox One can get the free upgrade of the game on the new gen version, including all the DLCs for free.
Absolutely for free?
Yeah.
I would be very happy with that. Got another question from Twitter here from @MullerCJ74. Future plans are the big thing we'd all like to hear about. What's next?
Yes.
Sure.
Well, there was this financial statement from Digital Bros a few months ago, and they already mentioned that in the future there will be a new Assetto Corsa game. So this is not a secret, but while there is part of our team that is still working on Competizione, there is another part of the team that came back on the desk for a huge R&D phase that will take some time. So we are in R&D now. It's quite early to talk about a next Assetto Corsa game at the moment, but it's not a secret that a franchise that is so successful need to have a new game in the future. So let's stay tuned.
Absolutely, yeah, watch this space, yeah. So I've got another question here from Twitter from @HollyBTN. Are you proud of what Assetto Corsa has become, and how do you see the next 10 years for Assetto Corsa?
Well, actually, if I could get back in time and talking with myself, I don't know, 10 years ago, saying them, okay, we'll have this kind of success with Assetto Corsa and blah, 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 probably I would not believe myself. So we are absolutely proud about not just the game and the success of the game, but also about the way how our team has grown through the years and has been continuing to be devoted to the Assetto Corsa franchise. Not to mention the love we got from the community that is something that is really uncommon. So I'm really, really proud about that.
Yeah, you should be. It's excellent. So another one from Twitter from @MrPigeon1. Great name.
Yeah.
Will you guys ever add the BMW M4 GT3 or even older GT2 cars to Assetto Corsa Competizione?
Well, about the BMW, looks like that is the most wanted car in the GT3 field. And after a good evaluation, we decided to make it available for free as a free upgrade of the game on all the platforms soon. We are still defining the period of time when we release it. That could be between Q4 21 or Q1 22. We are still developing the car in cooperation with BMW. They are very keen on the side to work with us to make the car as much as closer with a real counterpart. So, but the answer is yes.
Great. Mr. Pigeon will be very happy he's getting his BMW.
Absolutely. Not only him, I hope.
Yeah, no, I'm sure lots of people will be happy. So we've got one from Facebook here from Roger Tregeles. What is the next DLC coming to Assetto Corsa? What will it include and when will it be released? And then he's put, thank you so much for all of you at Kunos in providing these excellent racing simulations. And then he's put smiley face, thumbs up, racing car. So he's a big fan.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much, first of all. I hope to do not disappoint you too much because we can't go deeply on details yet. But we'll provide a bunch of very different cars within the game in order to meet several needs or wishes from the community. Of course, always under the SRO competition umbrella. But we'll have a bunch of 6 to 7 cars, including the BMW GT3 that will be released for free. I think within the Q1 22.
Excellent, so plenty to look forward to there for Roger. So next question, what are your plans for the current PS4 and Xbox One versions?
Well, as you might know, at Kunos we are not working directly on the porting, both on PS4 and PS5 versions of the game. So at the moment we are focused on the Gen 9 edition, and after it will be released, we'll see how we can improve and upgrade also the previous version of the game on console.
Great. I've got another question here from Facebook from Bram Osivade. Did you expect Assetto Corsa to get such a huge modding community as it has?
Well, this was our hope from the beginning. But honestly, like I said before about the AC franchise, we didn't expect this kind of success. And honestly, what surprised us a lot is that when we announced at the end of 17 that Assetto Corsa 1 were not going to get any other update, we believe that some of the people eventually would abandon the game or stop to play it. What we have seen instead is that the community started to create even more great content and new features and so on. Sometimes I just go on the YouTube and I see some videos of AC1 and I do something like, this is our game, because they did a really great job. So honestly, the answer is no.
Yeah, it's great, it's brilliant. I've got a question here from Instagram from Rockabauer. Do you already know what you want for the next title?
Yes.
But you're not telling anyone.
Well, what I can say is that we need to be focused on the gameplay for the next title. Not because the rest is not important or because it will not improve also the rest of the Assetto Corsa, let me say, concept. But we believe that it's time to work also on the gameplay.
Excellent, there you go, got your answer. Another one from Instagram here from your mate Adam, great name. Hello Marco, what in your opinion is your favourite track and car combo in Assetto Corsa Competizione?
It depends by the car and the track. I could say the Aston Martin at Suzuka, the Porsche at Kyalami or Mont Panorama, and the Ferrari at the Hungaroring.
Yeah, nice. I think I'll go with you with the Aston Martin.
Yeah. Nice car.
So another question here from Instagram from CS Lachi. Do you plan on adding ray tracing and DLSS to your next release or with an update? If so, do you still work close with NVIDIA?
Well, about the ray tracing, I don't see it happening for a simple reason. While you are driving, actually you can't see so many difference between a version with the ray tracing on and off. But what you can see is that the frame rate just drops to the 50%. And this is something that with a racing game is something you can't achieve, honestly. So ray tracing, I don't see it coming in Assetto Corsa competition. The good news is that we worked during the winter on the DLSS feature provided by NVIDIA. So we are still working closer with this company. And this upgrade of the game will come within the end of the year, possibly, or on Q1 22. And what we have seen, we work and push a lot on it because you can clearly see a great advantage and gain in terms of frame rate and also the game is much more smooth and sharper. So definitely is a very good thing. Is only for the RTX NVIDIA cards, of course, because it needs to be supported also by the hardware, but it will arrive.
Excellent, thank you, Marco. A couple more questions. We've got one here, another one from Instagram from Paolo Peruccio.
Italian, maybe.
Yeah, Italian. Peruccio. Yeah, you get it. Will you add personal lobbies in Assetto Corsa Competizione in order to play with friends with custom rules?
Well, this is going to happen on the Gen 9 edition of the game, so we'll have the private lobbies on console, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. It's not going to happen on PC because we are not going to change the current system we have because it works very well already. So, and is a very huge process to change something like that. So we'll arrive on console, but not on PC.
Great. And then we've got the final question of the day. I've been saving this one back because I think it's the most important question.
Yeah.
This is from Nick Turner, 505. Pineapple on pizza, question mark.
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah,
I mean,
the only possible answer, yeah.
It's a definite no from me.
No, I don't know how you can ever imagine to put pineapple on pizza, so yeah.
Marco, thank you so much for answering all our
was a true
questions so
pleasure.
thoroughly and getting us all excited about the next-gen console version and all the great features it has to offer. And just a reminder, as Marco mentioned, if you do own ACC on PS4 or Xbox, you will automatically be upgraded free of charge to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox One Series S and X version when it's released on the 24th of February. Thank you very much, Marco.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we're going to take an exclusive look at the brand new Assetto Corsa mobile version, which is launching, drum roll please, this Tuesday, the 31st of August. So from Tuesday, you'll be able to download on iPad and iPhone. So let's have a look at some footage and then we'll dig around into some of the features you can expect to find in this pocket-sized sim racer. That just looks too good to be able to fit it in your pocket. I've been playing all morning on the mobile version and I can tell you it's so much more than I ever expected. With 59 vehicle options, 9 full circuits and 6 different game modes and fully customizable controls, it truly is a great entry point into the sim world of Assetto Corsa. Now, Marco lent me his iPad to have a little go, but I'm useless at these. And I've got a friend who's a little bit better than me. So please welcome to the showcase, he's a genuine GT3 racer and an Assetto enthusiast, and officially the world's fastest gamer, Mr. James Baldwin. How you doing, James?
Yeah, very good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. All yours. Give us a little go on there, and then we'll have a few questions with you afterwards.
Thank
now,
you
I know
very
you've
much.
not played this before because it's not even out yet, but just do the best you can.
I'll give it my best shot. I think I'm driving my mum's car. The Alfa Romeo Mito.
Now, the whole point of the mobile version is sort of that entry point to get people, interested in the first instance.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's a good idea? Would that work, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, appealing to the masses.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, how many people have a phone? Pretty much everyone. So I understand, like, it's probably a good way to get people involved. I've only played one other racing game on a phone, and already I can see it looks better. It's probably a bit easier as well. I haven't binned it yet, and usually I don't get very far before crashing. So, and I just went off because I was looking at you.
Yeah, that's my fault. You blame me for that one.
So yeah, I think it's surprising, but I think it's good that Assetto are bringing out a mobile game. It should hopefully bring more people to the simulator on PC and Xbox and PS4 or PS5 or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. You start with the mobile, you move on to the PS4 or PS5, and you end up with a full Fanatec rig set up in your garage.
Yeah, and even if you don't want to do that, you know, you just want to enjoy it casually, you know, that's great. I think more people involved with racing is a positive for everyone involved with it. So yeah, I'm down for it. I'm getting all right. I'm doing all right, you know.
It's a record-breaking time.
It's quite a slow car, but Brands Hatch, I'm quite familiar with that. I think that's me done for today.
Perfect. Thank you very much, James.
No worries.
Now, guys, James has very kindly offered to answer a few questions from you guys. So I've got a list here. Are you ready to crack straight on with these, James?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. There's no dodgy ones, trust me. Okay, so the first question is from Twitter, and it's from @TacticalGrace. And they've said, do you think age is a barrier to sim racing in the same way as it is in real world racing? Can us older folk make it, or is this a young person's sport?
It is a young person. I mean, gaming is a young person's thing. But you're never too old to do anything. I mean, people break records all the time, you know, the oldest person to do this, that, the other. So I would never rule anyone out for being too old. If you think you're good enough, I mean, age is a number, isn't it? So
Sure.
get on with it. Yeah.
Get on with it.
I mean, I'm 23. I'm starting to feel old now. So I see these 16-year-olds coming in, and I'm like, maybe it's my time.
You're the old boy of the game.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, there's your answer, Tactical Grace. You're never too old to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. Within reason.
Another question here from Twitter from @NZitzen. If there was no cost of crashing a car like in the sim, how much faster do you think you'd be able to go? Or are you already at the limit and the car has no more to give?
I mean, it's not something you really think about. Like, if you're going to put a number on it, maybe 0.5% difference. I think that the main difference is when you start off, like at a race weekend in real life, you build up to it, whereas on the sim, you go out and you crash and then you bring it back. It's a different approach. So that's the main difference. But in terms of like final quali lap in qualifying, it's you're sending it the same amount in real life as you are on the sim. Because if you send it too much on the sim, you'll mess up the lap and then you won't get the lap time.
It's all the same.
So,
yeah, sure. Got another one from Twitter here from @VolcanicXM. What was Assetto Corsa Competizione able to teach you when going into your maiden British GT season? Ooh, it's a big question.
A lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I'm not just saying that because I'm sat here. Right, it did help me quite a lot because the tracks are laser scanned, so the distances between corners and elevations and curbs and stuff, I was able to use virtual reality, the goggles, in the car I was going to be driving, the McLaren, so I could literally sit in the car, look at all the buttons, look at the track, look through the pit lane, where's the marker boards, everything. The week of the race I did it, so I had like 5 or 6 days prep. And I got to the Friday practice in real life, and I felt like I'd already been there.
Yeah.
So it genuinely helped, and Assetto Corsa kind of helped me out as well. They gave me the British GT tracks a bit early, just to give me a little bit of a head start, and I think that did help. So I'll say thank you, I suppose.
That's a good chance, yeah. We've got another one here from Twitter from @goodboy50685977.
Great name.
How much time do you spend to prepare for a ACC race, making the setup, learning the track, that kind of thing?
It depends on how important the race is. A league race wouldn't really compare to like an esports race where there's money on the line. But for the top race, like an esports race, probably 3 hours a day for a couple of weeks. So a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not really driving as such, it's more setup. That's where the time is used to trying to find all the different, because I mean, Assetto Corsa Competizione is realistic as anything. It's got so many different setup parameters. You need to try and break the game, basically, to find the quickest setup. So that's, a lot of hours. Too many.
And I suppose you're always you never know if that was the best one, so you're always tweaking because you want to
Yeah.
strive to get to better.
And it's
do
just
better.
like a million combinations. I mean, I'll never get the perfect setup,
No,
but hopefully I'll get a better one than everyone else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm aiming for.
or at least
So,
a better one than the one you had before.
yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So we've got another question here, again from Twitter, from @multi21UK. When driving your car on Assetto Corsa Competizione, what real-life things did you notice that took you by surprise that they were replicated in the sim? So, what odd things did you notice in the game that were replicated that you didn't expect to be there?
As I say, the cockpit was really realistic. Like even certain wires were in the same place, certain buttons. My suit's in the game with my name on it. So in VR, I'd sit down, look down, and I'd see my own body, which is quite weird.
That's great. That's cool, though.
There's a few quirks that are realistic, and it's so detailed. I didn't expect them to be in there. Top of my head, I can't think of anything.
I suppose if you just get used to them, then it just becomes the norm, doesn't it? But actually,
Yeah.
if you break it down, you're like, oh, that's so strange that they've even got that.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth saying,
true,
like,
yeah.
if you're going to drive a GT car on a sim, it's the most realistic by a mile.
Yeah.
You'd be stupid to go on anything else if you want to replicate realism. So, yeah, there's so much detail.
Cool, thank you. A question here from Instagram from Joshua_Gaskell. It's my dream to be a British GT driver, but like most things in this world, it's expensive to get on the racing ladder. I just want to hear your story on how you managed to get to that position that you're at, and also what does it feel like sitting behind the wheel of such an amazing car? I mean, those are two great questions.
They are, yeah. I got very lucky, to be fair. I won a competition called World's Fastest Gamer, and the prize was $1 million drive, so they paid for it. Then COVID hit, so there was like a bit of speculation I wouldn't be doing it anymore. Luckily, they just got the money in so I could do it. I got a season out of it, and I was able to kind of show what I could do over the course of a season. So yeah, just right place, right time, won the right competition, and I suppose the rest was history. In terms of the second question though, it's very like imposter syndrome when you're sat there in it. Like you don't feel like you belong there. But then you're having this internal battle in your head, like you feel like you don't belong there, but then you're like, oh, you know what, stuff it, I've just got to make the most of it because I'm not going to be sat here for much longer type thing. This opportunity might not come around again. So, yeah, it's pretty surreal.
Yeah, I can imagine.
To be honest.
Does that imposter syndrome then maybe add a little bit of nerves towards the physical dangers of driving?
Sometimes. It was all very professional though. When last year I had the training from other coaches and drivers to make sure I was like focused.
Yeah.
I wasn't letting the nerves take over.
Yeah.
Because I mean everyone would get nervous. So there's coaches out there to kind of train that out of you, which was really helpful. And that's something I took over to the sim world as well. So, yeah.
Cool. Another question from Instagram we got from Speed Racer Cry. What's the biggest difference between Assetto Corsa Competizione and real life racing?
The biggest difference?
Biggest difference?
G-force. It'd have to be really. There was quite a big difference when I was at Donington in real life and my foot was getting hot. And I was like, what is that? And then I got out of the car and my boot had melted.
Wow.
And it threw my sock as well, and I was like, is that normal? And they said it does happen sometimes, like the brake pedal does get quite hot.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, like,
yeah,
you know.
That's going to be hard to get as a DLC in the sim game.
Yeah, the immersion, like the senses you're using, like G-force obviously, but the smell, the heat,
yeah, sure.
the noise, like, yeah, it's just, the real life bit is just better in that sense. But yeah, can't really compare them in that sense.
So Fanatec need to create a rig that can create smells
and
as
burn
well,
your feet.
And burn your feet.
Yeah.
Sure. Another one here from Instagram from CJMac_92. If you had to drive any GT3 and GT4 car on the grid, different to McLaren, what would it be and why?
Ooh, that is a good question. Probably, I don't know. They're all really nice. Audi,
yeah.
probably Audi.
Okay.
Yeah, or the Lambo, because it's looking pretty good there, isn't
It
it?
does look good there.
Yeah, honestly, I like the McLaren though. I'm really grateful I got that one. I think the Porsche sounds the nicest, I think the McLaren's noise could be better, but yeah, in terms of a car, it's got. I mean, as a GT car, it's got the most downforce, the McLaren, which is like pretty cool.
Yeah, very good. Another question here from Facebook: how much lap time do you think you've gained on average since you started sim racing to now? Ooh.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Just improvements in every area. Like an all-rounder has just. I've improved everywhere. Like consistency, like maximising one lap, racecraft, everything. Lap time, I don't know. Probably. It's hard. I have no answer. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, 3 seconds.
You sure?
Yeah. Sure. That means nothing though.
No, I know. Great. And then the final question, and again, one of the most important questions we've had sent in from Jonathan Santiago Suarez on Facebook. Pineapple on pizza.
Negative.
Negative is the correct answer.
Is that the correct answer? Is it?
Well, I think it's the correct answer.
Good.
And I'm in charge here. So
perfect.
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
it's just weird. Fruit on pizza.
I know, it's odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's gone wrong if you're eating fruit.
You need a serious look at yourself, I think, if you like that.
You do, really. Right, I think that's enough chat. Shall we step this whole thing up a gear and give the people what they want, get you set up on our PlayStation 5 version?
If that's all they want.
Let's give it a go. Come on over, James. Okay, so we've got James all set up here on the pre-release version on the PlayStation 5, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the guys at Fanatec for supplying this incredible rig for us. I'm usually more of a Sterling mess than a Sterling Moss, and even I managed to get some good times out of this thing. Right, James, over to you.
Yeah, let's go and do a lap of Spa-Francorchamps.
Sounds good.
Right, so McLaren 720S on ACC, of course, leaving the pits, and immediately there's a really steep pit exit, which you've got to be really careful of because it's very easy to bin it off, and then, yeah, that would be embarrassing. Keeping the car within the white lines to make it legal, and then there's a big straight, the Kemmel straight, down to the Lecombe chicane, and you're looking for like the 100-metre board, or just after that for like a braking reference. Hard on the brake, down 3 gears, use the engine braking to slow the car down, and this open right, left, right chicane. So second for the left, third for the right. I mean, gear selection throughout a lap like this is really important because if you're in a lower gear, you're going to be going too slow, and if you're in a higher gear, you're going to be you'll have no revs and you'll be, again, too slow. So this corner's called No Name because it doesn't have a name, which is quite odd. Sector 2 at Spa is like, it's all about rhythm. It is basically the bulk of the lap, so you need to figure it out and understand how it works. Pouhon, this fast left is, yeah, I mean, I've not driven Spa in real life, but I mean, I'd love to. It seems like a track where if you've got big cojones, then you should go pretty well. Piff Path is like a right-left sequence. The car is really struggling with some oversteer at the moment, but I believe this one's called Stavolo, this right-hander, bit off camber. And then there's another fast right, don't know the name of it, but it's very hard to keep it within track limits on the exit. And then you've got not a straight, but like a really long corner towards Blanchemont, which is like, well, it's the fastest corner on the track. Just about flat out. We'll give it a go.
Yeah, 250, nearly there.
Bit of understeer, but we're good. And then you've got the bus stop chicane, the final bit of the lap, so braking about 125 metres down to first. And that is the lap. So, I mean, let's see what I can do.
Okay.
Let's give it a go. I'll focus and see what I can do.
I won't interrupt you now, and you just go for it.
If we can get a 2:18, I'll be happy.
Let's do it.
Patient on the power. Ooh, TC kicked in there, so we're going to lose a lot of time down this straight. And then we've got Eau Rouge. Oh, mate. It's such a mad corner. Have to lift. We did cut it, but only just. We'll forget that. Just going in sector 2. That was good. oversteer on the exit there.
What time are you going for again?
Seemed pretty good, the line was nice. So we've got quite an oversteery setup on the car, so it's quite hard to control the slide in, which is not ideal really, but got to deal with it. See there, I just wanted to like kick. I reckon we're on course for a 218 now.
20 seconds.
Final bit. Oh no, missed the apex. No!
Oh, just short.
No, I missed it. 19.3.
Not far off.
Ah, well.
James, that was brilliant. Great to see someone tear around the course like that.
Cheers.
And listen, thank you so much for coming down and being part of the showcase.
My
We
pleasure.
really appreciate it. Right, Assetto fans, unfortunately that is all we've got time for. Thank you so much for watching our 2021 showcase. And remember the main things we want you to take away. PS5 and Xbox Series X and S version running at 60 frames per second is available from the 24th of February 2022 with a free download if you own the game. And mobile version of Assetto Corsa is available this Tuesday, the 31st. So make sure you get downloading that on your iPad and your iPhone. That's it from us, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Hopefully out there on the track. Simulator alligators.